Yo, ho, 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 ho. Yeah. How I need to look at my glasses, but like, that's annoying. How freaking cute am I today, though? Like, let's be real. Am I in focus?
Hi my baby angels, welcome back to my happy place. Here we talk about spirituality, mental health, psychic abilities, spiritual growth and more. I welcome you here if you are new, and if you are a return angel baby, I love you, welcome back. How you been? What's going on? I'm really excited for today's video. I'm kind of bummed that I can't wear my glasses because it reflects directly back at you and it's going to be really annoying to watch, but you know, the things I do for you guys. So today's topic is emotional detoxes. So what is a spiritual detox? A spiritual detox is a spiritual detox? Did I say spiritual detox? Sis, what is an emotional detox? An emotional detox is a spiritual practice that I believe everyone needs to do frequently. An emotional detox allows you to release yourself of negative energy, past trauma, energy that literally gets built up in the body and causes you to feel sluggish, tired, depressed, anxious. The list goes on. So doing this practice every couple of weeks, I mean, everyone is different. For me, I need to do this every couple of weeks because I start to feel like the energy is rising within me and I start getting overwhelmed and anxious. So every couple of weeks, I like to stop, take a deep breath and do an emotional detox. Okay, so how can we emotionally detox? Number one, oh my God, what am I doing? Number one, become aware of your emotions. So if you're anything like me, if you get hurt or somebody upsets you or you're angry, you just like to distract yourself and run straight for the hills. Like, I am not dealing with this today. I have too much work to do. I'm not getting annoyed, and I kind of just suppress the emotion and be done with it. This is honestly, I will put my hand up, I am so guilty of it. It is so bad for your mental health because yeah, you may feel like whatever and you just make a joke out of it, but later down the track your subconscious continuously collects this data. You're getting angry and then you're suppressing it, getting upset and then you're suppressing it, and your subconscious is taking in this data and it's storing it in there. So now you're going to create toxic self-beliefs, habits, and one day you're literally just going to explode. I have been there. Growing up, a lot of us were taught to suppress our emotions and act like everything is okay. I remember firsthand growing up that nobody really gave a shit how I felt. So I would literally just have to suck it up, princess, and be done with it. One thing that I have learnt in my 25 years on this earth is that your problems do not go away when you ignore them. It's really important to start noticing how you feel and get curious as to why you're feeling that way. Like, what's the root cause? For me, a lot of the things that trigger me aren't actually really the situation itself. Like if I'm arguing with Benji, most of the time it's not even about the argument itself. It's something that I haven't dealt with and healed from years and years ago. Like he would trigger me by saying a certain phrase or something, and it's not even that he said the phrase, it's more so 10 years ago, for example, somebody said that phrase to me and it really cut me deep and I never really healed from that. So now moving forward, I'm still carrying on that pain. So to become aware of the root causes of your emotions, when you start to feel a certain emotion, whether it's anger, anxiety, sadness, or anything like that, I want you to stop and I want you to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Like, stop yourself right in the moment you start getting angry, and I want you to stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, okay, why am I feeling this way? I'm feeling this way because so-and-so said this to me. Okay, but who gave them the power to mess with your emotions? Then you go on from there and you ask yourself if this is a trigger from anything in the past, which a lot of the times it actually is. And then you can go right back there and start the healing process from there. Okay, so the second way to emotionally detox is something that I have actually been doing since I think like year 3, I think, when I got my first diary, and that is to write it out. You need to be as open and raw as you can with yourself. I want you to write down exactly what situations in your life, whether it was today, yesterday, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I want you to write down exactly what is holding you back. What situations have made you feel less worthy in life or made you feel insecure? And what has been bothering you lately? Get as deep and specific as possible here. This is where you're going to find the root to all your issues. There's just something about putting things on paper that makes them real and then gives you the power to then no longer allow it to control you. Okay, so next step is to make a plan of action. So now that you are aware of your emotions and hopefully you can figure out and identify the root causes to these, it's time to make a plan of action. So for example, I want you to write down each trigger that you have and then an action that you're going to take each time this trigger occurs. So for me, when I become angry, I stop. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, if I'm in a conversation with somebody or if I am like in public with somebody, it doesn't matter. I stop, take a deep breath, and I tell myself to calm down. If I have the opportunity, I will leave the situation. So for example, if I am having a conversation with Benji, and poor Benji is like full blown in the middle of this, but he has actually been such a great help when it comes to navigating my emotions and my whole journey just as a whole. Like, he has been such an angel and he has helped me a lot. So I'm going to be using him a lot as an example because I've actually been there in real life. So say Benji and I are having a conversation and things start to get heated. We have gotten pretty good at diffusing situations before they turn into full-blown arguments. So for example, if one of us can tell that each other's tone is, you know, elevating and it's becoming a little heated, we will say, okay, look, babe, I'll just talk to you later. Give me a call in like an hour or so. Give me a call later. I just need to calm down. And then that's it, end of conversation. We call each other maybe an hour later. I love you, how are you going? Everything's all fine. And then we can then talk about the situation if it requires it. Sometimes we're just not in the mood because for example, I haven't had caffeine, or I'm tired, or I'm hungry, and that goes for him too. When he's hungry, he's freaking hangry AF, like literally it's crazy. So usually it's just nothing, but if it is a situation where somebody has actually been triggered for a specific reason, when we come back and talk to each other, we then discuss that and we can sort through it on a clear head rather than being annoyed, angry, on the defense, and rude. Okay, so the next one is get outside of yourself. While being inside our emotions and feeling it and riding the wave is super important, it is also really important to know when to separate yourself. For example, you've done the writing down, you know what your triggers are, you know where they've come from, and today I'm just chilling and I just don't feel good. Like, nothing specific has happened. I haven't argued with anyone, but I just feel low today and I just don't know why. This is a great example to get out of yourself, get out of your head. If you allow yourself to self-loathe in your head for too long, this can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, and we don't want that. So I suggest you either call a friend, distract yourself. This is where it's good to distract yourself, because you're really doing no productive work inside of your head if you're I'm sorry for the jiggling around, but anyway, when you're stuck in your head, you know, talking negative to yourself and feeling ugly and, you know, just not really good. So this is where I say get onto your hobby, call a friend, call your boyfriend, your partner, and just go out for dinner. Like, just get back into your happy place. Do something that's gonna make you feel really good. Okay, and the last one that I have is the most important in my eyes, and that is forgiving yourself and kind self-talk. Literally, talking kind to myself is one of the most important and effective ways that I use to cure my depression. I had to stop being so harsh on myself when it came to like talking to myself. If I, for example, were to express an idea that I had when I was younger, inside of my head I would be like, that is so embarrassing, no one's going to like take you seriously. Like, you know, that really mean, toxic voice in your head. You need to quiet that down and you need to rewire it and start talking as if you were talking to your partner, your sister, your mother, your brother, somebody that you really unconditionally love. Because at the same time, that's how you should be feeling about yourself. Now, when it comes to forgiving yourself, the person that you used to be and the things that you have done, you had legitimate reasons for. Whether or not you believe they are legit or not, at the end of the day, you did those things. That doesn't define who you are as a person, and it's time for you to now let go of the hold that it has on you. Forgive yourself for doing those things and move on and redefine who you are. The goal of an emotional detox is not to never experience or feel negative emotions, because at the end of the day, life is life and we're always going to be up and down, feeling several different emotions. The goal here is to create healthy ways to combat and work through them when they arise. Now, this is going to take some work. I know this because I've been here, I've done it myself, and to be honest, it's not something that you end up completing and achieving and yes, I've completely healed all of my emotional trauma and that's it. It's an ongoing process and it's ongoing work that you're going to continuously have to do. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to keep your mind in check, keep your mind positive and accepting and compassionate, empathetic, and just overall understanding of who you are, what the world is, and you know, how just to keep your mind at ease. If you are interested, I create my own meditations on Instagram. I'll have my link right here. I've got a little tiger eye pebble in my hand. I don't know why, I just felt drawn to this tiger eye while I was talking to you guys. So I also have specific meditations to rewire the subconscious mind, which is basically what we're talking about here. So if you guys are interested and you feel like you are ready to take the plunge, I will have my Patreon details in the description, and I really believe that these practices really will help you get to where you want to go. Okay, my angels, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, so we can reach as many angels that need guidance as possible. I love you guys all so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.